This video is over Unit 3, Lesson 14, Conditionals. You're going to start in Canvas by clicking on the Overview page and reading that page. On here, it says your learning goal is to use conditionals to react to changes in variables and sprite properties. Then you're going to read and complete all the content, materials, and activities and turn in your lesson. Here is your required vocabulary. After reading through this page, click Next. On this lesson page, it gives you a list of the new code that you're going to learn. You're going to learn about the if statement and the equality operator, inequality operator, greater than or equal operator, less than operator, and less than or equal to. These codes in orange are math codes. The if statement is your Boolean and conditional statement. Click Next to go to the next page. From here, you need to watch the video on Boolean expressions. And as you're watching the video, think about, what is a Boolean expression? What is an expression that would evaluate to true? What is an expression that would evaluate to false? After you watch that video, then click Next to go on. Here is another lesson page that shows all the different types of Boolean and comparison operators with the is equal to, is not equal to, so you can see these operators, is greater than, is less than, these are you are familiar with, is less than or equal to, is greater than or equal to. After you read through that page, then click Next to go to the next video. Watch this video on conditional statements. Consider as you watch it, when would you want to use an if statement? After you watch the video, then click Next. On this lesson page, you need to read through to understand what if statements are and how they work. After you read through this page, then click the Next button. And here you are at the assignment page on conditionals. Go ahead and click the link and make a copy of the assignment page. Once your copy opens, then you can see that this is the same document we've been using. You have skill building activities to do, practice, and an assessment. It gives you each level number, level 4, 5, 7, 8, and 9. So then you need to go to code.org, lesson 14 in Unit. Here we are in lesson 14, Conditionals, in Unit 3. On the first level, this is just an activity for you to do to learn about Boolean expressions. After you're done with that, then go to level 2, which is the same video that we just watched in Canvas. You can watch that over again right here if you want. Otherwise, click Continue, or you can click up here to go to level 3. Level 3 is just a quick check to see if you understand how to match comparison operators to the Boolean expression. So you would just click and drag and then click Submit. After you're done with that, go to 4. And on level 4, this should be the first activity that you're going to submit on your worksheet. And it is. So on this one, you're going to read, and it says the program draws a race car and a finish line. We're going to figure out when the race car crosses the finish line. The sprites have all been set up for you. Then it wants you to do certain things. So when I click Run, let's watch this code run. It says do this. So you can see the car is going to the finish line. Do this. Add a console.log statement inside the draw loop. Well, if you don't know how to do that, you just click Show Me Where, and it will show you how to do that. Add a Boolean expression inside the console log statement that asks, is the X position of the race car less than the X position of the finish line? Look at the output of the program as the car moves. When does the output change and why? So to help you with this, you would click on the Show Me Where, and this is where you're going to put your console log statement. And you can see over here to the left, there is the console log statement. So you would click and drag it in, put in your message, I'll kind of help you out with this one. I'm just going to copy and paste that and put that into my message here, and you have to have the parentheses or it will not work. Okay. And then you've got to go from there. I'm going to start you out right there, and then you got to finish. That's inside the draw loop at ask, and look at the output of the program as the car moves along. So then you're going to reset and you're going to run it. And here at the bottom, you're going to watch the debug console as you run this. So it says so you can see that it's pushing that out, but you're going to add more to this to determine if the X position of the race car is less than the X position of the finish line. Okay, so there's more to this code. Once you figure that out, when you've added the rest of the code, then you're going to click Share, copy that, and paste it into your assignment, and then go to level 5. At level 5 here, let's see, yep, level 5, the if statement, you're going to read through the if statement and then read through do this. So it says Boolean expressions allow us to ask questions, but in order to use those questions to change the program's behavior, we need an if statement, which you can see the if statement here. And if you look down the code down here below, there is my if statement, which says if the race car's X position is less than 100, then output in console log the word winner. It says read the code for this race car program, which I just did. What will the program do when the car reaches the finish line? Why is the if block inside the draw loop? So you need to answer questions, these two questions here, and then type your answers into level 5. So this is not a share link. You are going to type your answer in this area. Okay? That's all you need to do for this one. So if you typed your answer in here, then you'll be able to run and see how the if block works. Then you go to level 6, and on level 6 here's the other video on conditionals that we had in Canvas. You can watch this again to go over when would you want to use an if statement. Watch that video if you need to again and click continue, or you can click the level 7 at the top. Here on level 7, this is the changing fruit. Now that you know how to use if statements, you can do more than just check if the apple has reached scale of 2. You can turn it into a pear once it happens. So it says do this. Use a conditional in the draw loop to check whether the fruit.scale is greater than 2. If it is, change the fruit's animation to pear, from apple to pear. So when I run this, I can see my apple is still an apple. But I need to add in to the draw loop an if statement that says if the fruit scale is greater than 2, then change it to a pear. So I am just going to show you, I'm going to click reset. You're going to be using your variables here. You're going to be using control, that's where your if statement is now, located, and you can put the if statement there. But you've got to think this through. If you need help, go back and watch the video from before, or click here the help and tips link, and you can watch that. There's the video again, plus there's other things here, like here's the if statement that tells you how to put together the if statement. Once you have this finished, and when you run this, you should get, when you run this apple, once it gets past a certain scale or size, it should turn to a pear. Once you have that completed, then you would click your share button, get your link, and paste it into your assignment. And then go on to number 8. With number 8, if we look on the assignment, it says just choose one. So you can choose Boolean expressions, drop soup, or alien celebration. So you're going to choose one of those, and then you are going to complete that activity. And when you're done completing the activity, you would obviously click the share button up to the upper left and get your link, as we've been doing this for every lesson in Unit 3, and copy that link and then paste it in your assignment page. Okay, up here, just to kind of look at this drop soup, you can see what they're looking to happen here. So if I ran that, something needs to happen where the inside of the bowl is gone when it rotates downwards. If you don't want to do that one, the drop soup, then you can do the Boolean expressions or the alien expression celebration. You don't have to do every one of these, just one. Then when you're done, go to number 9, level 9, and you're going to do the magic dinosaur. So let's run this. So there's the dinosaur. It says make the dinosaur turn into a pterodactyl when it reaches the sky. So you want this to change. It says run the code to see how it works. Add a conditional, in other words, add an if statement that will change the dinosaur's animation to a pterodactyl when it reaches the sky. So as soon as it hits the sky, if I show my grid, as soon as it hits the sky, around y equals 2 or y equals 50 or 25, when it touches up here, that's where you want the dinosaur to turn into a pterodactyl. So again, this is an assessment, so you need to figure out how you're going to do that. You might have to go back and watch some of the videos that are in this lesson. There are 2 of them that will explain to you and show you how to use conditionals. So remember, the if statement is under control, and you need to put that if statement right there, because there is the comment that says if it gets to the sky, turn it into a pterodactyl. So from here, you're going to drag in the correct code into the if statement, and then you're going to put another statement within here and another statement beyond that. So if you need help, go back and watch the videos and look at the previous assignments. When you're done with this and it's working, then click your share button and copy your link and paste that into your assignment, just like you've been doing, and make sure you hit the enter. All right, and then you have number 10, and we are not doing number 10. So you are done with lesson 14 on conditionals, which involves the if statement.